All right, we got Elizabeth from New York who has a question about being self-employed. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Charles. Nice to see you, and I watch you every day.
I appreciate it. I was wondering who that was.
2 o'clock. I'm noticing everybody has a similar question. It's not so much about people who are in the corporate environment, but people that work for themselves, such as myself. I'm self-employed as a tarot card reader. And I know a lot of people who are and aren't interested in being in the corporate world at all. I live in Greenwich Village. And just wondering where you see the future of self-employment, just in general.
Now you're thinking about you already know your own future. Are you prohibited from knowing your own future? Is there like a tarot card reader association? Like you can know everybody else's, but you can't know your own. That's what you're really trying to get, right? Yeah. Tell her future, Ken.
Well, yeah. Wow. There we go. There's pressure. Charles, 70% of Americans want to be self-employed, but only 7% are. And so anytime I get a self-employment question, I want people to make sure that they see a very clear problem that they are deeply moved to solve. Because the key to winning in entrepreneurship is waiting through that first year, which we know is very, very difficult,
right,
because you care so deeply about the solution that you believe you can provide to the problem. So again, I think self-employment in the future is going to boom. In fact, one of the things I read recently on my show was that we're seeing the gig economy expand into freelancing. So right now, freelancing is booming, and that is essentially 1099 self-employment. So again, it's about where can I add value, and do I care enough about it to stick through the thin part to where I get over the hump and now I'm winning.
Well, it's also, John, caring about it and having there's always, if you really think about a lot of success stories, people were right there at the very edge of failure. I mean, you have to be able to look failure and not blink and keep it going. And, when I started my business, I remember one time not having enough money for payroll, and the bank was, allowed my employees to cash a check. I promised them the money would come on Monday. It did come. So I had to have a special relationship with the bank. It wasn't a big bank. It was a small bank, so I was able to do that. And these are the kind of things, so there's a lot of character tests in this as well.
I agree wholeheartedly. So one of the absolutely critical things to understand is not only is there a big tax advantage if you're self-employed about expenses and all these other things, but the benefit in terms of having a side gig like that while you're also working a corporate job allows you to develop the relationships on somebody else's money. And so my biggest advice is that if you are going to even think about this freelancer or gig economy or whatever it is, have that stability in place, and then you could build relationships, develop an entire book of business while having the stability, while having the insurance. And then I think what we're going to see moving forward is just a significantly larger number of people becoming entrepreneurs.
On the flip side of that, guys,